Good morning, students. Myself Anup Kumar, and it is my second video of this chapter, profit and loss. Okay, students, and today topic is to define overheads and question based on miscellaneous topics. In previous class, we have already defined some questions and based on profit and loss and some definitions also. So I hope that you all have remembered that formulas. Okay, dear. So uh, today we will discuss about this overheads, what is overheads, and then we will solve some questions based on the overheads and the question based on the different types of question. Okay, dear. So let's start the class now. What is overheads? If you are purchasing some article, then in that case, sometimes, sometimes no, every time, if the shop is just far away from your home, then you need some transportation, and he will take some transportation cost also. So the during purchasing an article, we have to pay some more money for things like transportation costs, otherwise labor charges, and if the articles is damaged, it means if you are buying second hand second hand articles, then in that case you have to repair that articles also. So these extra expenses are called overheads. Okay, students. Now, so we will add these expenses in CP to obtain total cost price, because this is called extra expense. So we will say it that after adding these overheads with CP, then we will say it is the exactly cost price of the article. So we can say that total CP is equal to CP plus overheads. Clear? I hope that you all have understood that what is overheads. Now student, let's move to the question based on it. No. So question 1. What is the question 1? Here you can see, students, that Raju purchased a box for rupees 6150. It is the cost of the box. Okay. Now, and spent rupees 350 on its repairs. It means the box which he has bought is a second hand box. It means that he has to spend some money also, and he has already spent it at 3 rupee 50 for its repairs, and after repairing, then he sold it for rupees 7000. Then we have to find its gain or loss percent. Okay. Now, so here you can see, students, that at first if we will add these overheads, it means this 350 which is on repairs, so it is called overheads. So at first we will add this. So here we can say that given the CP will be 6150, and the repairing cost is rupees 350, and the SP has given rupees 7000. So at first we will find the total CP after adding CP plus repairing cost. It means overheads. So we can say that total CP is equal to CP plus repairing cost. Repairing cost means overheads. So it will be 6150 plus 350. Then it will be what? 6500. Now students, here you can see that CP is 6500 and SP is what? 7000. So which one is greater? We can directly say that SP is greater, and since SP is greater, it means we can say that there is a profit or gain. Okay. So students, we can say that gain is equal to SP minus CP. This is the formula. So now we will put the value of SP 7000 and the value of CP. CP we will write total CP, not the previous CP. Okay. After adding repairing cost, we will got total CP, and that CP we will put it here. So it will be what? 7000 minus 6500. Okay. So after subtracting it, we will get what? Rupees 500, and that will be the gain. That will be the gain on this box. Okay, dear. So now we know the gain. After that, SP already given, total CP already given. It means we can find the gain percent, because here no loss. It means it is gain. So now we can find the gain. So the gain percent is equal to gain by CP into 100%. It is the formula of the gain percent. Now we directly put the value of the gain and the CP, and then we will solve it to get exact value. So here students, 500 by 6500 into 100. Now here students, if you will cut these two 0 like this, and then 5 1 ja 5 and 5 13 ja 65, then what will be the value? Upside 100 into 100 and downside 13, it means 100 by 13%. Okay, and if you will write it in mixed fraction, then its value will be what? 79 by 13%, and this will be the gain percent on this box. Okay students, so I hope that you all have understood. Okay, so let's move to the next question, dear. Now students, let's see this question, that the cost of a tea per kg is given rupees 150. Here you can see, and it was mixed with sugar. Okay, and the cost of the sugar is rupees 50 per kg in the ratio 3:2. Okay, in 3:2 ratio, the tea and the sugar has mixed it. Okay, now here students, you can see that if the mixture was sold at rupees 220 per kg, okay, the total mixture after mixing it, it is 220 per kg, then we have to find the gain or the loss percent. Okay student, so at first let's see that it will be gain or loss. So let's start. Now at first we will assume that weight of tea is equal to 3x kg. Okay, because weight not given now, but here it is in the ratio 3:2, so we can assume that 3 will be the 3 into x kg will be the weight of the tea, and 2 into x kg will be the weight of the sugar. Okay students, now so we can say students that weight of mixture will be what? Weight of mixture will be 3x plus 2x, that is 5x kg. Okay, now so we can say that here Cp of 5x kg mixture will be equal to Cp of tea plus Cp of sugar separately, because the cost price is separately we had, it is given clearly that it is mixed. So Cp of tea will be what? Cp of tea will be 150 into 3x, because we know that it is given clearly that 1 kg cost of tea is rupees 150 and 1 kg cost of sugar is rupees 50. Okay, so we will multiply 3x because it is the weight of the tea with 150, and 2x with 50. Then 150 into 3, 450x, and 50 into 2, 100x. And after adding it, we will get the value 550x. So it is the Cp of 5x kg mixture, rupees 550x. Okay dear. Now we have to find the Sp of 5x kg mixture. Okay, and it is clearly given that if the mixture was sold at rupees 220 per kg and the weight of total mixture is 5x kg, here you can see. So if we will multiply this 220 with 5x, then we will get the total Cp. Okay, so here you can see students, Sp of 5x kg mixture will be 220 into 5x, that is 1100x. Now here clearly you can see students, that is which one is greater? Cp is given 550x and Sp of 5x kg mixture is 1100x. Clearly Sp is greater. So if Sp is greater, it means there is a gain, and if there is a gain, then we can apply the gain formula. So here you can see students, gain is equal to Sp minus Cp. So it will be 1100x minus 550x, then it will be 550x will be the gain. Now we can apply the gain percent formula, because we know the gain and the total Cp. Total Cp 550x and the gain will be also equal to 550x. So the gain percent will be gain by Cp into 100. Now here you can see students, x and x will be cancelled out. 550 and 550 will be also cancelled out. What is left? Only 100. So the 100% gain he gets. That will be answer. Okay dear, I hope that you all have understood. Now let's move to the next question. Now here students, a shopkeeper purchased 20 pens for rupees 125. Okay, for example, if I will say you that you are buying 10 pens and each cost 2 rupees, it means 20 pens. So if you will divide the total cost of the pens by the number of pens, because 10, so 20 by 10, 2. Then after dividing it, you will get the exact value of each pen. Okay, so same as if you will divide 125 by 20, then you will get the Cp of 1 pen. Because if this type of question is given, then always we will find it by the equal number of pens, or the number of pens will be, we can take the value, the number of pens will be 1. Okay, so here you can see here, students, that given CP of 20 pens is 125, then what will be the CP of 1 pen? 20, we will divide 125 by 20, so that will be the CP of 1 pen. Okay, now same as we have to find the SP of 1 pen, and here it is given 9 rupees 90 per dozen. Dozen means 12. It means 12 pens. That is, he sold 12 pens in rupees 90. So students, where we can say that SP of 12 pens is rupees 90, then SP of 1 pen will be 90 by 12. Now CP of 1 pen, just as we have seen, that rupees 125 by 20, and SP of 1 pen 90 by 12. Now what will be the gain of 1 pen? So we can find the gain on 1 pen with SP minus CP. So SP is 90 by 12 and the CP will be 125 by 20. Now we know that the LCM of 12 and 20 will be what? If you will find the LCM of 12 and 20, then we know that both number are divisible by the smaller number 2. So 2 6 ja 12 and 2 10 ja 20. Same as 2 3 ja 6 and 2 5 ja 10. Now we can't divide it. So right now we will multiply. So 2 2 ja 4, 4 3 ja 12 and 12 5 ja 60. So 60 will be the LCM. So we will take the 60 LCM. Then 12 5 ja, and that 5 we will multiply with 9, then 450, and 23 ja and 3 125 ja 375. After subtracting, we will get 75 by 60, and we can cut it also because we know that both are divisible by 15. So 15 5 ja 75 and 15 4 ja 60. So 5 by 4, rupees 5 by 4 will be the gain on 1 pen. Now we have to find the gain percent here. Okay, so we will apply the gain percent formula. Gain by CP into 100. Again we will find the gain percent on only 1 pen. So gain on 1 pen is rupees 5 by 4 and CP on 1 pen is 125 by 20. Okay, so we will put that value like this, and since 4 is downside and 20 is also downside, so that 4 we will keep it in denominator with product of 125, and 20 we will keep it numerator with product of 5. So we can write it like this. Now we can cut it. Now here you can see, students, that here 4 5 ja 20. Yes. Now we can divide 125 by 5 also. So 525 ja 125. Okay. And this 5 we will cut with this also. 5 1 ja 5 and 5 5 ja 25. Okay. Now 5 is in denominator. 100 is in middle. It means it is in numerator. So 5 1 ja 5 and 5 20 ja 100. So what is left here? Only 20. So 20% will be the gain percent of this value. Okay, students? I hope that you all have understood. Now, let's move to the next question. Students, here you can see the question is that if the CP of 10 books is equal to the SP of 8 books, it is already given. So we have to find the SP of 8 books. It means the number of books is 8. Simple. So we have to find the SP, CP and gain on only by taking 8 books here. Okay. So at first we will assume that CP of 1 book is rupees X. If we will assume CP of 1 book is rupees X, then what will be the CP of 8 books? Rupees 8X. Simple. Okay. But it is given here in the question. Here you can see if the CP of 10 books is equal to the SP of 8 books. It means we can say that SP of 8 books is equal to CP of 10 books. Here we can write, and since CP of 1 book is X, then what will be the CP of 10 book? 10 into X, that is 10X, and that 10X will be equal to SP of 8 books. Okay, so now here, students, you can see that CP of 8 books 8X and its SP of 8 books 10X. Both are, that is the CP and SP, both are on 8 books. So we will find the gain. It will again of 8 books. So the gain will be what? SP minus CP. So it will be what? 10X minus 8X, that is rupees 2X will be the gain on 8 books. Okay. So now we will gain, we have found the gain. Now we can apply the gain percent formula. So the gain percent will be gain by CP into 100. So we will put the value, gain will be 2X and the Cp will be 8x. Now again x and x will cancel. 2 1 ja 2, 2 4 ja 8, and 4 25 ja 100. So it will be 25%. So the gain percent will be what? 25%. And that will be our answer. I hope that you all have understood, students. Now, so here question 5. By selling 120 photo frames, a man gains an amount equal to the selling price of 20 photo frames. So find his gain percent. Again, the number of photo frames is what? 120. So here you can see, students, at first we will assume the SP of this type of question, if all the same SP given, SP of 120 photo frames, yes, SP of 20 photo frames, then in that case we will assume SP, not CP. So the SP of 1 photo frame will be rupees X. Then what will be the SP of 120 photo frame? Rupees 120X. Clear? Okay. Now, it is clearly given in the question that SP of 120 frame, a man gains after selling 120 photo frames, a man gains an amount equal to the selling price of 20 photo frames. Okay. So we can say that gain is equal to what? SP of 20 photo frame. Okay. So SP of 1 photo frame X, then SP of 20 photo frame 20X. It will be the gain. Okay. And now we know the formula that gain equals to what? Gain means what? SP of 120 photo frame minus SP of 120 CP of 120 photo frame. Gain already given. Gain already given is 20x. So 20x here we will put. SP of 120 from 120x. But CP we have to find. So we will keep it there. Now if we will take CP to that side. Why we will take CP to that side? Because we have to find this. And it has minus sign. So we will keep it here. So it will be in plus. And 20x we will keep it here. So plus 20x will be minus 20x. So we can write it like CP of 120 photo frame equals to 120x minus 20x, that will be 100x, and that will be the cost price of 120 frame. Now here we know that cost price of 120 frame 100x, gain on 120 frames 20x, CP gain both given, so we can find the gain percent now. So let's find. So gain percent equals to gain by 100 into CP. Gain by CP into 100. Now here put the value 20x by 100x into 100. Now here you can see x and x will cancel. 100 will also cancel. What is left? 20%. So by selling 120 photo frames, a man gains 20%. That will be our answer. I hope that you all have understood here. Okay. So students, now you have to do some assignment work here at your home. So in R.S. Agarwal book, you have to solve question number 7 to 15 from exercise 10A. Okay dear? So thank you.